I think that we are really on top of the issues that concern growth and, of course, development. The three sessions, the plenary sessions, have been very well organized so as to build on the successes of Southeast Asia and China, and then see how the MENA region, which is a resource-rich region with all the complex effects of Dutch disease, etc., and comparing it with the South, with Latin America. And what we've come up with, I would say, are 5 lessons. The first is that innovation and technology are a definite must, and we have to improve on the incentives for researchers. We have to increase the value of what is the expenditure that's made, and a better targeting of which products and sectors we want to, progress in. So picking the winners is still on the agenda for fast development, but it has to be a consortium of public with private, the government with the private sector, and also this look at export growth is terribly important. And what we use as jargon is to say we need to enter the global value chains, so that research is not just research in labs, but it's also piloting these research results. It's also in the education sector. I think there's a lot of emphasis on research within universities and upgrading the quality of education at high school and universities. Another result of our debates is that the gender dimension is very important. The region is known to have the lowest rate of participation of women in the labor force, and we've thought of ways in which we can increase this, again with revising the rules of the labor law for making it more sensitive to the culture. And for instance, I suggest that it was very important to reconsider working hours in our region, because you need to give women the choice if they want to combine their work at home with work outside of home. Then they've got to have more flexible hours and maybe shorter working hours. And since we were warned of all the consequences of artificial intelligence on unemployment, then it might be a good idea for both men and women to have shorter working hours and shorter working weeks, etc. Another important result was about how the private sector needs to get a lot of support on the institutional front in order to be able to join value chains. And there again, the lessons from Asia were very important. The work that the government does in supporting through the infrastructure, not only physical infrastructure, but also all of the IT and logistics makes a very big difference. So also, of course, talking about how there are incentives, not just in access to finance at better rates for micro and small enterprises, but training and skill formation and capacity building for young entrepreneurs, because we need to reduce unemployment among youth, both the educated and those who are still below the poverty line. So I think there were a lot of ideas that can feed into ERF's research agenda for the coming year. Thank you.